Welcome, English learners! Today, we're going to tackle the difference between principal and principal. Are you ready? Let's dive in. First, let's start with a quiz about principal. What does principal mean? A. The head of a school. B. A sum of money. C. A type of fruit. Correct. Principal means the head of a school. Now, let's move on to the quiz about principal. What does principal mean? A. A rule or belief. B. A type of vegetable. C. A famous scientist. Great job! Principal means a rule or belief. Now, let's test your knowledge of the difference between the two. What's the key difference between principal and principal? A. One is a noun, the other is an adjective. B. One is a person, the other is a concept. C. One is spelled with an A, the other with an E. You got it. The key difference is that principal refers to a person, while principal refers to a concept or belief. But why are these words so confusing for English learners? Well, they sound similar and have almost identical spellings. So, it's important to understand their subtle distinctions. Let's talk about their differences. Principal is a noun that refers to a person in charge or the head of something, like a school or company. Principle, on the other hand, is a noun that refers to a fundamental truth or belief. To remember the difference easily, think of principal as your pal who is in charge. For principle, remember that it ends in "lu", just like rule or belief. Here are some fun facts about the difference between principal and principal that you should know. 1. Did you know that principal can also refer to a sum of money? 2. Principal is derived from the Latin word principium, which means beginning or source. 3. Principal is often used as an adjective, such as in principal dancer or principal ingredient. Let's use principal in some real-world contexts. 1. The school's principal announced a new policy. 2. The principal dancer stole the show. 3. The principal ingredient in this recipe is chocolate. 4. The principal of the company retired after 30 years. 5. The principal reason for his success was hard work. To rephrase the last sentence without using principal, his hard work was the main reason for his success. Now, let's use principal in some real-world contexts. 1. Honesty is a core principle of this company. 2. She refused to compromise her principles. 3. The principle of supply and demand affects the economy. 4. The principle of gravity keeps us grounded. 5. The principle behind this theory is simple. To rephrase the last sentence without using principal, the theory is based on a simple belief. Let's understand principal through a story. Once upon a time, there was a school principal named Mr. Smith. He was everyone's pal and always put the students' needs first. To rephrase the last sentence without using principal, he always prioritized the students' needs. Now, let's understand principal through a story. Once upon a time, there was a woman named Jane. She had a strong belief in the principle of honesty. Even when faced with difficult situations, she refused to compromise her principles. To rephrase the last sentence without using principal, even when faced with difficult situations, she refused to compromise her beliefs. Finally, let's introduce some similar expressions to principal. 1. Leader. 2. Head. 3. Director. And some opposite expressions. 1. Follower, 2. Subordinate, 3. Assistant. Now, let's introduce some similar expressions to principle. 1. Belief, 2. Rule, 3. Doctrine. And some opposite expressions. 1. Lie, 2. Deception, 3. Dishonesty. Let's test your knowledge with some quick tests. 1. Which of the following refers to a person in charge? A. Principal. B. Principal. C. Both. The answer is B. Principal refers to a person in charge. 2. Which of the following refers to a fundamental truth or belief? A. Principle. B. Principle. C. Both. The answer is A. Principle refers to a fundamental truth or belief. 3. What's the key difference between principle and principle? A. One is a noun, the other is an adjective. B. One is a person, the other is a concept. C. One is spelled with an A, the other with an E. The answer is B. Principle refers to a person, while principle refers to a concept or belief.